So our event is called DDA, and it stands for Dramatic Duet Acting. And so we have like 8.5 minutes where we get to tell like a super dramatic story. And so it's a clipping from either like a full-length play or maybe just an 8-minute play, something short.
In Illinois, we call it individual event speech, and the concept is that students select or are selected to compete in one or more of 14 different kinds of events, which are broken down into categories. There's limited prep events that you actually prepare at the contest, public speaking events where you write speeches, and then interpret acting events. And then students will compete with people from other schools, usually 5 or 6 people at a time, with a single judge giving them a score, and then there's a final round of competition also on those days.
At the beginning of the year, we started off rough. First 2 weekends we went out, we didn't break to finals, so we didn't go to the final round, and that was like, it was a bummer, because I thought that we would go far with this piece, and so we were almost at the point where we were going to change our piece and pick a whole different script. And then we broke, and I don't remember what tournament it was at, but we broke and we came in third, I think it was, third or fourth, and we were like, okay, that's pretty decent. So we kept our piece. And then we won a tournament a while ago, back in December, and that was super exciting to win an entire tournament. And so we just kept going up from there, and we won our regional.
Got second in sectionals.
Yep. And now we're going to state.
We're gonna win it all.
We started working on this piece back in August. They selected the piece in August, and then a few times in late August, early September, we started practicing. Then once the regular season of practices started, which is always Columbus Day weekend for Huntley High School speech, we've been working every Monday that school's been in session since that time. And we usually work for somewhere between 30 minutes to an hour, depending upon how much time we have. And we started working with getting the shell of things done. Let's get the basics. What is the blocking? What is your character like? How do they interact with each other?
Yeah, I think there was a lot of help that we got, other than just ourselves, which was awesome. And we picked out our piece on our own, and then we brought it to our coach, and he helped us block it and helped us work through it, and just make some decisions about the way that we're going to portray these characters and the way that we were going to tell the story, because there's so many different ways, that we had considered doing or putting on this show, if that makes sense. And there were just lots of different angles to come at it. And so, there was a lot of help that way. And then there's also tons of help that I got from other coaches on the team. Like, there were probably 4 or 5, I think, other coaches. And so we would have them come and watch our DDA from time to time just to see what they thought, to get some outside opinions. So it was really, really helpful.
Yeah. Because, after you perform, for as long as we've been doing it, you stop seeing the flaws in it. You just think, okay, well, everybody's wrong, we're perfect, which is not the case. And so, you get an outside perspective or another pair of eyes to see it, and they give you some feedback that you just had not thought of at all.
I think going back to that constructive criticism, getting scores that don't really explain to you why you didn't win, being in a final round and having one judge give you first place and another judge give you fourth and a third judge give you last, and trying to figure out how could you be each of those things. But speech is just so subjective that's the way it goes for people, and they have to understand that. I think that's probably one of the hardest things, because everybody's really excited about what they have and they think they're really good, and in most cases they really are. But it's just about, in an 8-minute piece, it might be 12 seconds of material that's the difference between first and third place.
Why don't you say yours first?
I would say the constant critiquing. Every weekend, so we perform 3 times, and then if we make it to finals, then they critique us there. But you never get a perfect score, a perfect ballot. You're always gonna have something to fix, which is a good thing and a bad thing. But for me, I don't like negativity, so I don't like when it's, constantly telling you what to improve on. So that's probably a difficult part.
I think that we have 4 events going to state this weekend, and I think all 4 have the potential to play in into the state finals. They're going to need to be really good. They're going to need to be a little bit lucky, because I think you have to be at this level. All the people should be good who they're competing with. But we have some talent, and we'll just have to see what the judges think next Saturday.
For me personally, I am just like so proud of us and so excited that we made it to state. I've already said it. I did not think we were going to make it here. And so it's just an honor to be able to, compete and be able to perform for these judges and with these other DDAs. And honestly, if we came in last place at state, I still think I'd be proud of me and proud of us, because we put so much work into this and we made it to state.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm super proud of us. I think it's a huge reward for me, especially because I've been, with the team for 4 years, and first 2 years really nothing happened. I broke maybe once or twice a season, not very successful at all. And then last year there was an upset where I was in a different event and I went to regionals for it and didn't even make regional finals. So I've never really been that successful with speech, so it was really frustrating because I wanted to do well and I'm very competitive and I just couldn't get there. So to be able to stand up there and get second place after 4 years of working my butt off, it was just amazing. It felt really good.
I was thinking absolutely 100%, we're not going to make it anywhere, we're not going to win, we're not going to make it to finals, anything. This is the end of the road. Mm-hmm. But I was we made it to state. That's pretty cool. So I guess overall I was just thinking have fun with it. This is the last time you're going to perform this piece with Emily. And so I just figured, go for it. Enjoy it.
Yeah. I was a little nervous, but I was confident. I didn't know if we were going to make it even to state. So being able to make it to state, I was just, okay, we've got this. But I hadn't seen our competition yet, so I didn't know who we were against, but I felt good. I didn't think there was really any pressure. I think it was, from both of us, we thought we kind of just snuck into state. So being able to be in state and then make it to the final, we totally had a different mindset.
Well, then because I am going to say something, because we had this thought where we were maybe we did really just slide in the back door of state, it was a lucky thing. Yeah. But it's not a lucky thing when you make the state finals. And then that was kind of this moment of shut the front door, we are in the state finals. It was a real moment.
So I think we're both nice people, but once you're in that situation, it is serious competition. So you want to do the best you can. So I don't know if it's just me, but I don't want everybody to perform super well because then you don't have that competition. So
what she's trying to say is that when people mess up, both of us are yes, not out loud and not, we don't show it, but inside we definitely feel if we see someone mess up or slur their words or something, we're go us, we're better than you.
Because it's so subjective and everyone is so good that if someone makes a minor mistake, they're automatically placed lower in ranks. I think it was just amazing to know that this is my first year that I've actually done really well, but to think at the beginning of the year, oh, this piece isn't going anywhere, we're not breaking at tournaments, this isn't going very well, to be in the state final, that's a total turn of events. Yeah. So it was pretty amazing.
When we won our regional, I was I'm so proud of us, we're great, I love us. I was just super excited because we had never done that well before. And then to do that well at our regional tournament, that was a big deal. And then I remember the night before sectionals, we were hanging out and I was here's the thing, we've made it to sectionals. I think that's a big, accomplishment. And I'm proud of us. So if we don't make it to state, go us. We made it here. Yeah. And then we made it to state. And same little spiel that I gave. I was you know what? Man, we didn't make it to finals at all. Well, there were 2 tournaments at the very beginning of the season, and then after those 2 tournaments, we were in the finals consistently, and we were doing very well. Yeah. But had never like won. We won once, but had never
third or fourth or fifth.
And sometimes we were like right there, like a point away, so we would end up
Yeah.
getting second, which is so disappointing. But
Yeah.
I was just like, well, I'm so happy, you know,
Yeah.
with all of our accomplishments, and to be able to say that we broke every single tournament other than 2, that's a big deal.